joining us on the Ramsey Consulting Services blog. We help small and mid-sized businesses simplify technology and stay secure so you can focus on growing your business. Today, we're talking about habits of highly productive teams. Let's get into it. 5 habits of highly productive teams and the technology that supports them. Modern productivity is no longer defined by effort alone, but by how intelligently and effectively that effort is directed. For small and mid-sized businesses, building a productive team is a competitive advantage. A well-aligned, high-performing team can help your business respond faster to change, deliver better customer experiences, and unlock long-term growth. But what exactly makes a team productive? It's not just talent or effort. It's consistent habits that foster collaboration, accountability, and adaptability. And when those habits are backed by the right tools, teams don't just get more done. They also become more resilient, innovative, and engaged. Let's explore 5 key habits of highly productive teams, backed by industry research and supported by technologies that are accessible and scalable for businesses of all sizes. 1. Clear and consistent communication. Effective communication is widely recognized as a cornerstone of productivity. In fact, McKinsey & Company reports that improving communication and collaboration can boost productivity by up to 25%. When team members know what's expected, who's doing what, and how to get the information they need, they can focus on execution, not clarification. Unfortunately, communication breakdowns are still one of the most common sources of wasted time. Whether it's missed deadlines due to buried emails, decisions made in isolation, or confusion over responsibilities, the cost of poor communication is steep. A report by the Society for Human Resource Management estimates that communication barriers cost organizations with 100 employees an average of $420,000 per year. Hybrid and remote environments face these risks as well. According to a Harvard Business Review survey, 74% of employees said that digital communication tools are essential to staying productive, particularly when teams aren't in the same physical space. So, what helps? Tools like Microsoft Teams make communication more seamless. Teams combines chat, video conferencing, file sharing, and integrates with tools like Outlook, Planner, and SharePoint. By consolidating communications into a single platform, organizations can reduce context switching, streamline decision-making, and keep everyone on the same page. 2. Shared goals and accountability. Highly productive teams are aligned, not just in what they do, but in why they do it. Without a clear understanding of the mission, even talented teams can spin their wheels. Goals provide focus. Accountability drives momentum. When both are present, progress accelerates. Gallup finds that employees who strongly agree they clearly understand what's expected of them at work are 2.5 times more likely to be engaged. And engaged employees don't just perform better. They stay longer and contribute more meaningfully to business outcomes. Many businesses find that alignment takes more structure than they expected. When goals are vague or undocumented, it's difficult to manage priorities or measure progress. Tools like Microsoft Planner and To-Do help with that. Planner lets teams break work into projects, assign tasks, and track progress visually. To-Do keeps personal tasks aligned with team goals, and it integrates directly with Outlook and Teams. Together, these tools turn big goals into manageable steps and make sure nothing falls through the cracks. 3. Embracing flexibility and remote collaboration. The modern workplace isn't tied to a location, it's built around access. Remote and hybrid work aren't fringe benefits anymore. They're the new normal, especially for organizations competing for top talent. But flexible work requires more than a laptop and Wi-Fi. Without thoughtful structure, flexibility can lead to disorganization and misalignment. A Stanford study in 2022 found that remote workers were 9% more productive than their in-office counterparts. That productivity boost was linked to fewer interruptions, more focused work, and a better work-life balance, all of which contribute to better business outcomes. But to get those benefits, SMBs need a digital environment where people can contribute from anywhere, securely and efficiently. SharePoint and OneDrive provide a modern way to collaborate from anywhere. With SharePoint, you can create shared workspaces, organize files by department or project, and store internal documents all in one place. OneDrive gives individuals secure cloud storage, the ability to share files, and access from any device. Both tools come with strong security and compliance features, making them ideal for distributed teams. 4. Continuous learning and feedback. The best teams don't stand still. They grow. In a competitive market, the ability to adapt is a business imperative. Skills become outdated, tools evolve, and customer expectations shift. Teams that make learning part of their daily rhythm are more likely to innovate, pivot effectively, and retain top performers. Deloitte research shows that companies with strong learning cultures are 37% more productive, 46% more likely to be first to market, and 58% more prepared for future demands. Additionally, they have a 34% better response to their customers' needs and a 26% better ability to deliver quality products. For smaller businesses, building out formal training programs is absolutely possible. And it starts with creating a culture of continuous improvement supported by accessible tools and actionable feedback. Microsoft Viva Learning brings training into the daily workflow. It pulls content from LinkedIn Learning, Microsoft Learn, and your own materials all inside Teams. You can assign courses, track progress, and make learning part of the day-to-day. Meanwhile, Microsoft Forms lets you collect feedback quickly with pulse surveys, training evaluations, and branching logic to keep things relevant. When teams keep learning and improving, they stay agile and ready for what's next. 5. Smart use of automation. Time is a limited resource, and automation helps you use it wisely. For small businesses especially, every hour saved can be reinvested into growth, innovation, or customer service. Yet many teams still rely on manual processes, from tracking approvals in email threads to copying data between spreadsheets. That's a problem. According to a McKinsey Global Institute report, automation can improve productivity by reducing time spent on repetitive tasks by up to 30%. That's where Power Automate comes in. It helps organizations automate common workflows across their Microsoft 365 apps. You can send automatic reminders, simplify document approvals, update spreadsheets based on form entries, or monitor inboxes for specific keywords. Less manual work means more time for strategy, creativity, and customer service. When all 5 of these habits come together, from stronger communication to smarter automation, teams aren't just more efficient. They're more focused, adaptable, and ready to grow. High-performing teams succeed not by working longer, but by working with purpose, alignment, and the right support systems. They prioritize clear communication, align around shared goals, adapt to flexible work, invest in learning, and use automation to amplify their efforts. And here's the best part. None of these habits are out of reach for small and mid-sized businesses. With the right tools and implementation partner, you can create a productivity foundation that grows with you. We hope you found this useful. For more insights on cybersecurity and business development, visit us anytime at ramseycs.net/blog. If you have questions about our services and how we can support your business, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for listening.